So what you're seeing working is more of building connection and relationships than the buy right now, like any of the, you know,
Right.
hard sell strategies.
Exactly. It's being more personal because there's so much noise out there and you probably just getting bombarded.
You're here to make a difference. It's our job to help you do that. Welcome to the Impact Driven Entrepreneur. We helps you to build a thriving coaching company by becoming a thriving, impactful CEO. We do that through the Impact Formula methodology. And what this means is that you're going to be selling out your offers, scaling beyond one-on-one into group programs, and leveraging a team so that you can exponentially increase your income and slash your work week. It's time to experience the true income, impact, and freedom you deserve. Welcome back. Today I have the incredible Kara James. She is here with us in our Friend Chats series. Welcome, Kara. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks so much for having me, Mariana. Kara James, business coach and strategist. I am CEO of Pursue and Thrive Business Coaching. And then on the strategy side, I work with the Strategic Advisor Board. And in both roles, I help with creating offers and goal setting. We work on focusing, things like that. So, yeah,
Awesome.
happy to be here. Thanks.
Yeah, so our topic for today is talking about the effect of digital marketing on sales. And I thought this would be a good topic for us to talk about because you are also a business strategist, a business coach, and that's really what you do in and out of the days, right? Is how are we going to create this digital marketing strategy for the company? So what have you seen to be the effect of digital marketing on sales?
Yeah. So honestly, we're steering away now from the ads part of it, but we are getting into more of the conversational piece. Coffee chats are huge, really getting to know people, being personal. And this is on, well, I was going to say on all platforms. It's mainly Facebook and LinkedIn that we're working on. Particularly LinkedIn is working well. Uh, yeah, so it's just reaching out, having those conversations, getting people into your world, wanting them to know about you and you learning about them. What can you offer them? That type of thing. Uh, yeah.
So what you're seeing, I just want to recap. So what you're seeing working is more of building connection and relationships than the like buy right now, like any of the, you know,
Right.
hard sell strategies.
Exactly. It's being more personal because there's so much noise out there and you probably just getting bombarded
Yeah.
as far as offers in the DM and that type of thing, where it's take a step back, be more personal. Let's hop on a 15-minute call. I want to know about you as well, not just what I have to offer you. So even though we
Yeah.
all feel like we can help everybody, right? Like, oh, I just know this would help them, but no, you have to take a step back and make that connection. And I think too, the networking groups are working well. As far as
Yeah.
getting, yeah, just getting and literally helping each other. Like, what can I do for you? So,
Yeah. Are you a part of several of them? Like how have you used that?
sure. So the advance is one. That's a great one. Even Meetup. I'm finding that Meetup, even though of course now with the pandemic, we're not doing this personally. But online, it's great. I have 3 different Meetup accounts. That's kind of a little trick. You have 3 different accounts. You can have up to five accounts. Get them all a similar name, so you can get all sorts of people coming in from all directions. And Meetup will send out emails on your behalf for each account. So it's nice if you want to pull them into um, one of your presentations or anything like that.
Okay, so I don't understand the benefit of multiple accounts though. Can you explain that? I'm a
So
little
because
confused.
they will promote you per each account for free.
Mm,
So if
I
you
see.
have 5 different accounts, say, okay, one's called coaching, global coaching, business coaching. They're all related. All the,
Mhm.
the clientele, the ideal clients are the same. But each time you set up for each account, each presentation, you're going to get emails sent out on your behalf. Meetup will look for people for you that are your ideal client. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's fascinating.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Meetup, and then what was the other one you said?
No, so the Advance is a Facebook group. That's, well, it's a paid membership, but it's
Mhm.
all professionals. I think 99% women, but we're all in there to help each other grow.
Mhm.
There's pods, meeting pods, and presentations within the pod, so everybody knows what you do and can go out for you as well, and or just, hey, I know somebody for you, the perfect client. So that's helpful, just more on a personal level now because of the ad situation with Facebook, and it's just getting absolutely crazy and expensive.
Yeah.
It's tough. And I think a good lead magnet is huge as far as luring people in. Having
Yeah.
a great lead magnet. That's actually how I grew my Facebook group. It's funny because not being tricky, it was just having that when I was first starting. Everybody starts with one, right? Or one
Mhm.
person, nobody in your group, right? So I had the lead magnet in the 3D mode that looked like a book, and it was a guide. And that was my cover page, my cover photo on Facebook. And I think people thought, oh, wow, this is interesting. It made me look like an author, or it made me bigger than I was at the time, just starting out. And like I said, not trying to be tricky, but it's, you go to Fiverr and have those beautiful 3D images made up of your lead magnet, and people were coming in droves. So
Yeah, you filled that group up really
yeah,
fast. I
yeah. So I
remember
mean,
that.
that was really, I think that's what really got it going. And then of course, once you get that ball rolling, it's a lot easier. So
Yeah. So for using social media to increase sales, are you saying that two things that have worked for you the best are building intimate connections
yeah,
and networking and also the lead magnet?
yes, that's what I would
Yeah.
say. Yes.
Yeah. I agree. For us, like the biggest thing has been actually getting to know people.
Hmm.
That intimacy has been huge for us.
Yeah.
I think I knew quite a bit about every single client that we ever booked before we booked
Oh
them, and
yeah.
some for years.
Yeah.
Um,
Remember?
yeah,
I was your,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. You
yeah.
being one of
Like
them,
I
right?
followed
Like,
you. I felt like I knew you. I knew in the
mhm,
back of my mind when I really want to go this next step, I
yep,
knew it would be you because I felt like I knew you, and
yeah,
um or I did know you, as far as just going back and forth with conversations. And I think it's tough now to just break through the barrier that first or second time, because a lot of people are trying to do this.
mhm,
Who's sincere and who isn't?
yes,
You need to get through that first or second conversation before you realize, okay, they're just really trying to pitch me. I actually even started on LinkedIn because this is what who I am. But I've been doing this for Strategic Advisor Board. Is This is not a sales pitch. I'll start flat out right on the
mhm,
subject line. When you're in Sales Navigator and LinkedIn, you get the option of having that subject line. And this is not a sales pitch. So
yeah,
at least they open up, and if they don't, they don't, right? But if they do, this is what gets it going. Like, oh wow, this is great. I appreciate that. And then we talk a little further, and having, them come on board as a strategic advisor partner. So that's, like I said,
yeah,
just be real. Just, they don't like it. Why do you want to deal with them anyway, right? So
right. And I think too, like part of that is even after they say no, or even after they've kind of backed away, you still stand true to that intention of getting to know
mhm,
them, just being friends, just
yeah,
connecting with them. Because when that integrity is there, that's when you have, I feel like that's the secret to get through those first 2 to 3. The
Yeah.
awkward first 2 to
Yeah.
3
Right.
touch
Right.
points. Yeah.
Right. The reaching out and okay, but seriously, um,
Mhm.
yeah, or you love something about and be honest. I love your business name. I love your profile, just kind of dig in a little deeper instead of just click, 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 and copy and paste. Look at their profile, see what you like about, because there are times I just back right out, like, oh, I don't know, I really don't see anything here. Um,
Yeah.
but I dug in and it's really benefited us, especially when we get on a call where I've looked 3 paragraphs in and know what they're working on and they appreciate that. So
Yeah. And I think that's also the secret to the high level sales strategy, right? Like many people are like, how do you do 10, $20,000 sales? And this is the basically how, right?
yeah,
You have
yeah,
to be willing to build a real relationship with people,
right.
especially at that level. You can't just expect a $10,000 sale and sell high ticket
Yeah,
without a relationship built on
right,
trust.
right. No
Yeah,
matter how great your program or product is, right? I mean,
right.
we have these we have these programs that are great and oh, they have everything, all the bells and whistles and everything that you would need to grow your business, but so does everybody else, supposedly, right? So you just, yeah,
Right.
to stand out, you need to really get to know them. Um, Also, and I know you do this as well, the story lesson close emails.
Mhm.
Um, Getting a little bit of a story and pulling them in. We're working on this with Sab as well. I just reached out to the other advisors and I said, send me 2 stories and here are some ideas. And they were a little confused, like, this isn't related to business. I said, no, that's the
That's the
point.
point.
That's the point. We've been pushing this whole business, but yeah, people get bored with it. We know you can help. We know you can build our business. We know. So
Yeah.
let's mix it in with some fun stories from everybody. And even like the Seinfeld mode, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's so
And you
fun.
want to open them and read them and just not too long. I know sometimes they can be lengthy, but not too long. And then roll it right in to how we can help.
Yeah.
A
And
transition in there. The transition's important.
yeah. And I think that is probably the most fun for me in terms of copywriting that I ever write,
Yeah,
because
it's real.
even it's real, and the process of you looking for those stories in your regular life
Yeah,
is fun. It allows
it
you to
is.
be more present. Like I just adore
That's so
all of it.
true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Right. Because you're looking like, oh, great, gas tank's on E. Okay, wait, how can I,
How can this be a fun
thanks,
story,
kids.
right? Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm on the highway now. Yeah, I just noticed this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how can we make this? How can we roll this into building the business?
Right.
You can do if you can. You can. You
Yeah.
can pretty much take anything. But you're right. That's absolutely true. You're more present. It's kind of, funny of what we can, today's story might be something about, we have a wood burning stove and all the wood is green, right? So we're having a hard time and it's a freezing cold day. And you're like, okay, we really need some season. And we have tons of wood here, but my husband's like, none of it's seasoned, we need to mix it in. So somehow that can turn into, right?
A lesson, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and then close it into your offer. So,
yeah.
and that's exactly, I love how you brought up these 2 examples. Some that I've used when I moved to this apartment, I had this like mode of perfectionism. So I have like, imagine this, I have like tons of boxes, like 20, 30, I don't know, maybe 50 boxes in my apartment everywhere. And I get fixated on redoing and rebuying like all the perfect glass containers for the pantry. And as I'm sitting like trying to get clothes out of a
No, but
box, right?
that's the
And
fun
it's
stuff.
like,
That's the fun stuff. I'm exactly the same way, right? Like
yeah.
you're not taking this in order, but you are. You really are.
Right. But then and I had so many lessons from that,
Yeah.
because as I was coaching clients, some of them were doing the same thing. They had like chaos going on in parts of their business, but
Great
then
point.
they're like fixated on this one thing needs to be perfect. And
That's
it's
so
like,
funny.
you know, what is the big win? Like if we switch to what is the big win that we can get out of this whole thing, right? For me, it would have been like, let's unpack the blankets, right? That would remove like a really big box.
Let's make sure I have a place to sleep tonight before
Right.
before the noodles are put in the pretty jar. But you're
That's
so
exactly right. That's
No,
exactly what I did.
But if you don't do it in the order you're doing, I'm gonna back that up, then right, it's going to be a mess, or it's not going to be the way you want it in the end. Right.
Right.
We would just
Right.
say that. So like, let's go out and I'm starting fresh. Let's start this fresh and get it set up the way I want it. And yeah, very similar to your program or your business. Like just take a step back.
And
And
yeah, and I think it all comes down to being intentional, right? So that's why I love even just like the stories and how it causes us to be intentional in our life, because we see the crazy things that we want to do. And then
yeah,
we're like, is this how I want to do it? And
right.
then it gives me that pause to pause and tell the story and think about it and reflect. And
That
that's
is
fun for me.
so,
Yeah.
so true. Oh my gosh, great point. Right. It's not just about the fun. I was looking at the fun side of it. Like, oh, just, being entertaining to those, to
It's
the clients.
entertaining
But
too. Yeah.
no, you're right. It changes your life personally too, because you can really take a step back and what is the overall picture here? What am I
Yeah,
doing?
exactly. Yeah. Going to social media and social selling, right? So lessons, the stories, are you doing that mostly on email or are you doing it on social too? Or both?
Yeah. Well, just email right now. It almost don't go by me right now. No, it should be on social. And here's the twofold. Um, with the new year and with everything with the strategic advisor board and all this that's going on and clients that are coming in, I'm only one person. So I've been really focusing on that and still trying on the side. Like I'm still here, guys, with my business. But yes, that needs to absolutely be done.
On both? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
So
agree. I think it's we mostly just everything meshes into one database,
yeah.
where we have evergreen content, especially if the stories are not related to like a specific event,
Uh,
or say that story about the moving, I could just say, I remember when I moved and blah, blah, blah. Right.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a great
yeah,
one.
we basically build a bank of content with the stories in them. Um, and from there we use it everywhere.
Yeah,
And mostly the stories come from me having conversations, and then the team puts it into written format for me, because
sure.
I do best in this mode, right? In just
Yeah,
chatting,
yeah,
having open conversations, coming up with, sharing like what I'm going through at the time,
right.
etc. Yeah.
No, and be like, well, and you're very transparent, and I think that's what everybody loves about you. We can
Yeah.
all relate. Let's not get on here and act like we're perfect. And I just mentioned my wrinkly background, so there we go, right?
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
being real, like,
recorded,
oh shoot, I need my
yeah, I
steamer.
recorded in front of wrinkly background for months, and then my team was like, I think we should update what you're doing. So that's why I'm like working on this,
Oh,
which is
hey,
still
there's
half
bigger
done.
things, right? You
Whatever.
have your expertise. Nobody cares about the background. But yeah, and
Yeah.
there's so because otherwise this is how we get so, and you know this from me, just oh my gosh, you can go down so many roads and get so sidetracked on all the things to make it perfect. I mean, that
Yeah.
was here's me changing. Here's your coaching that's helped me.
Yay. And allowing it
Yay,
to
just get
be
on there,
imperfect.
girl. Who
Yeah.
cares? I can't
Yeah.
find my eyeliner this morning. Oh well, I mean that type of thing. So
Yeah.
just be real and just get on there and try to help and
Yeah, exactly. I think that it's beautiful for us to like have that relationship with ourselves where we allow it to happen,
yeah,
because we can be
it's so
so
much
hard
easier.
on ourselves. Yeah. And it's so much
It's so
easier.
much easier when you just let go of all of that nonsense that I don't know. It's almost we can say it, right? You almost have to
Yeah.
live it, or at least for a little while, or just try it and then realize what it's like. It's like your kids going through lessons that you don't want them to go through, but you don't
But you're like,
stop protecting them, or just
yeah.
do it and and you'll find out, but
Yeah.
it can be the business world is a lot. There's a lot to it, but yeah, if you can just relax and let the little things go, that's so huge. So,
Yeah. Okay. So, and then what platforms did you say are working for you right now? So LinkedIn, you mentioned, and the Sales
yeah.
Navigator through there.
Yeah, just hop back on Sales Navigator actually, um, just to target who we are looking for, CEOs. So I figured that was easier. I started out with just my regular. We were using Sales Navigator a while ago, and then got away from it, and we're just kind of feeling our oats too, as far as what's working. But for me personally, that's going to be my job, and just um, getting in there and having conversations, real conversations, and reaching out honestly and authentically, and looking into who they are, not just having a bot or having a VA do it. So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
difference. Like, I am a real person. I really work for this company. I'm really in, and that's, you know, I think that's important. There are a lot of people. I would say it's probably 20% that I get back, but I think that's pretty good.
That's really, really
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I have to say, like, we've had different VAs and project managers run the LinkedIn. For us, it works almost too good where we get so many leads, and then it becomes really, really hard for us to keep up with them at the level that I want, because again, my goal is the close relationships,
Yeah.
not the like, oh, I sent you 3 DMs in a row
Yeah. Yeah.
and no response. Like, that's not my, I mean,
Yeah.
you will have that, you may have that, but my goal is for them to build the relationship.
Yeah.
Um, and I have to say, some people are turned off by the idea that it's not me messaging, but we
Oh,
always are
sure.
very
Sure. Wouldn't
transparent.
you be? You know what?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And we're always extremely transparent. Like, this is not Mariana.
Yeah.
And that has been a value and a thing that I have been adamant about from day one of having anyone in my accounts at all, is they sign off as themselves every time.
Yeah.
Number two, some people don't want that, but when we reevaluated it, because what we do with our clients is around building systems and team, it made sense to keep it, right? Like,
Yeah.
it didn't make sense for me to go and be the one messaging everybody, because what we're teaching them is to build a team that
Well,
sells. Yeah.
and I misunderstood, so I felt I didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you meant as a bot. So that's
Oh
where I was
no.
saying, like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you be, upset? Because I've had
Yes.
people come back at me trying to find out if it's really me,
Oh
like
yeah.
replying really
They
quickly and like
do.
asking something, and I'm like, it's really me, so
Yeah. People do
but
think
no,
it's a
no,
bot
absolutely. A
sometimes.
team is a totally different. No, and I know what you, yeah, no, this is, I'm, not going to give names, but from Mariana's team. And yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we've always
Yeah.
been, I think one of our team members was the first one that started talking to you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's important that it be a real person and not a bot. We've looked at
Yeah.
those
No,
automation tools and
yes.
I do not like them because of what you're saying.
Yeah.
People will reply back and then it's like, what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. Weren't you just on 2 minutes ago? Yeah. Or you
Yeah.
can tell. And I even had a guild just 2 days ago, and it was me typing it out, and just, it gives you a feel of putting it out there. I'm honest, I'm open, I'm authentic, I feel, but it wasn't enough. She was still like, stop the fluff. What's going
Ooh.
on? Oh, I was just trying to sound a little bit professional, but as to what we were offering, but they don't even want that. Well, I'm just, that was for example, but really just truly put it out there, is like I said. So I just started like flat out, this is not, not a pitch, and here's what we have, cut and dry. And if you're interested, and people reply to that because there's a lot of, well, you know, when you make a connection on there and 2 seconds later you're getting this 6 paragraph reply like,
Mhm.
oh wow, you
Yeah.
know,
That's a
like,
bot.
how could you
Yeah.
type that fast? You know, I'm joking, but you know, it's just such a turnoff. Do you read that now? You know,
Yeah.
so
And the
give
same
a
thing
one
goes
sentence
for
reply
Facebook.
and then,
Yeah, the same thing goes for Facebook,
yeah,
although
yeah,
we don't see it as much. I don't think there are bots that can do it on Facebook, but you see the same thing where like you get a friend request and 2 seconds later they message you and invite you to their Facebook group. It's so
yeah,
annoying.
yeah, exactly. And
I'm like, you
especially
don't
now,
even
I
know
feel like it's
what I do.
really, really gotten bad now.
Yeah.
Uh, or
And I think it's influenced by what you're talking about, right? Like the ad prices have gone up. The
yeah,
who we can actually target on ads has changed. There are a lot of things that have changed in the digital marketing space in the last year that have caused people to go towards more of these organic strategies. And also they are what's working. So you have to be savvy with your intention being to actually build that relationship, that they are going to be bombarded by
yeah,
the messages.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And this is what I've been teaching too. So it is kind of a double standard here, but it's just keep going that step further. You know,
Hmm.
just give a one sentence, hi, how are you doing? Or happy to have you here, or I'm happy to get to know you kind of thing, happy to connect. And instead of, you know, the 6 paragraphs coming through right away, or, you know, it's so obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, do this 4 or 5 times, work into, but I like the 15-minute phone call. If you're willing to give 15 minutes, you're willing to get to know that person, right? So
Yep.
that's what we've been doing, the coffee chats.
Yeah.
Coffee chats are very popular and they work. And it's so nice too. Sometimes you're hesitant or, you know, oh geez, I'm so busy today. I really don't, it's a stranger, right? And I gotta, you know, I really need to be doing this, or I want to run to the store, that type of thing. But no, do it because it's the value you get from them and from them knowing you and what you can do together. You know, I've definitely made some great connections, referral basis through that. So that's what
Yeah.
I would say. Or just set aside 2 hours, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that to do coffee chats, and you've gotten to know 10 people that week personally, and they know you really do. And then when you see them out there in the world, even if you haven't, you know, connected within 6 months or something, you feel like you know what they do. You know them, or hey Leah, or hey so and so, you know them and they know you. So
Yeah.
uh,
That's a great,
I mean, be
great point.
intentional. Look at it, not just everybody. Let's get on a coffee. Look at their profile. Look at their about section. What are they going to, you know? How can it be a win-win? You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's so good. All right.
hey,
Thank you so much for
thank
coming on and chatting
you.
with us.
Thank you,
So,
Marietta.
where can people find you?
So for my business, it's Pursue and Thrive, or pursueandthrive.com, and then strategic advisor board.com, www. um, for business owners, small to mid-sized business owners is who we're working with. But there's a team of 10 of us, 10 CEOs helping businesses grow. And one thing of note with that is that we don't make a dime until you do. So we are only working off of the profit that we help you create. So that's huge.
That's huge.
Um, yeah, yeah, thanks. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
And thank you for sharing your wisdom.
yeah. Thanks, Mariana.
I hope you enjoyed this episode, and click the like, hit the subscribe, and click on the bell so that you never miss an episode and help our channel to grow and reach more people. I hope you have an impactful day, and I will see you in the next one.